seconds. Is that all right? Thank you. We're waiting for some radio folk who are just outside and coming. What we're doing here, folk, is that some of our friends weren't here earlier on, and so they've asked for us to say something. Yeah. If I had my way, we'd be rerunning this all night. So we'll just wait for the ABC to arrive, and then Kerry will set off. Jerry.
We might just start this evening again by acknowledging that we are on Aboriginal land and paying our respects to the traditional owners. It's a difficult time for Australians at the moment as people's thoughts go to the tragedy that happened in Bali last weekend, and I know that's been a difficult time for people around the country and certainly in the Illawarra as well. But tonight is a very different time for the people in Illawarra, and it's a very exciting time for them, and it's a very exciting time for everyone who is gathered here, because what we've had today, thanks to the hard work of everyone here in this room and many others who aren't able to be here just right now, has been a victory for the Illawarra. All those issues that people in the Illawarra care so dearly about, whether they are local issues or whether they are national or international issues. So certainly for those people who care about their local environment, then today has been a huge victory. For those people who are concerned about the creation of long-term sustainable jobs in the region of the Illawarra, been a victory for public education. And for public health. So it's great to have so many supporters here at the moment, not only from the Greens but from the other progressive parties. To Peter Wilson and the trade unionists who have recognised the failings of the Labor Party in this region.
I think this is the beginning of a phenomenally strong grassroots movement in Illawarra. And I hope from here we continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger and unite a breadth of people that has never been seen before here. capacity as President of South Coast Labour Council. I hope
We love you guys! We love you!
I hope that we can work together to get the jobs down here, the investment, to create the jobs. In sustainable technology, so that we can actually be strong in that area as well and export to the rest of the world. I congratulate the Greens and I congratulate Michael especially. Thank you.
Once again, I'm going to do this because I think it's important that we stop following on Kerry's words and remember those who can't be here tonight and who can't celebrate tonight, who've gone through the dreadful time in Bali or as a result of what happened in Bali. Let's just stop and think about those people for a moment. Thanks, everybody. It's
History!
I think we're about to see the number of Greens in the National Parliament grow by 50%. At the end of counting tonight, 75% of the count done, all boozed in. The preferences distributed. Labor's on 48.7% and the Greens are on 52%. Michael? A huge backwash in the 9,000 preferences to be able to change that vote around. Our resident cephalogist, Chris, thank you Chris, has done the figures. It would need Labor to get 64% and us just 36% to change it round, and I don't think that's going to happen. The beautiful environment of this area, not least Sandon Point, and optimistic, they intend to take that right into Canberra with a bigger force than ever. Street and the big parties have almost forgotten about. And that is a local representative representing people in the region as if they matter. I'll give you the first small party member of the House of Representatives since the Second World War and the first ever Greens member of the House of Representatives. Your representative.
Just like to, basically I'd like to thank everyone who's here tonight, thank the whole community who's got behind us, and obviously it looks like they've delivered us a victory here tonight. And as we've said earlier, this is a victory for the whole Illawarra. We deserve decent representation down here on so many issues. We've been taken granted for so long, and we're going to go down Canberra and get stuck right up John Howard. Excuse me, this is my show tonight. Excuse me. And, okay, just let me have a go for a while. And frankly, I don't care what Simon Crean is feeling tonight. I frankly don't give a damn. Having said that, once again, I'd just like to thank so many people. This is a real win for the local community. It's a win for the Illawarra Greens, for the Australian Greens. It's a win for all those various... It's a win... It's a win for all those people who've helped us, and Sandon Point, there's been a lot of people who've come on and helped us, and that's been a major issue that we're all aware of over the last couple of years. But it's not just Sandon Point, as we're all aware. There's major environmental issues. There's major problems down here. We've been neglected for so long. There's threats to the environment. We need more jobs. All those issues that are affecting ordinary Australians and then the people in the local electorate. So, with this challenge ahead of representing all you people, I'll be looking for your input, for your support over the next couple of years. I can't do it by myself. We really need to make the most of this opportunity, and it's an historic opportunity, not just for the Greens, but for everyone here tonight, to really put our minds to it and work out how we're going to maximise it and really cause some change that is going to not only flow from Cunningham, but all throughout Australia. I'd just like to finally thank Peter Wilson, Chris Williams. I'd like to, apart from Peter and Chris Williams and those other progressive candidates who have helped us here with this victory tonight. And as everyone knows, the Greens are strongly pro-worker, a strong pro-union stance, and so there's going to be no problems in us presenting that to the federal government. And they will. So just to finally sum up, I feel very humbled and I'm quite amazed by what's happened here tonight. I just look forward to what's going to happen over the next couple of years, and I just want to thank you all. You've all played an important part in what's happened here, and you're going to play an important part in what's going to happen over the next couple of years. So thank you all. We'll be very quick. We've just got a cake to cut here. It says congratulations and thanks. So this is our green cake to cut.
Michael and team. Like to Michael and team.
I'd just like to personally thank all the Greens team that have helped us. It's been a great victory, and it's been a lot of hard work over the last couple of weeks. We've had the Lord Mayoral election, and we've had the we've had the Cunningham by-election as well, and we've got more elections coming up. So we're only just getting started. We're going to hit them at all levels. So just thanks everyone. Do you want to
Great cheers for the Greens!
See it with either of the big parties and one of them missing. And there's a message to both the parties, the major parties there, that if they don't get back to the people are going to vote away from them.
What impact do you think the tragedy in Bali had, if any, on the outcome?
I don't know. It was an overriding and overwhelming factor of the week, of course, and there's been this despondency and despair about it. But I think it's very hard to quantify that, and Labor has said that as well. I think people voted on local issues, and they voted against the involvement in the war in Iraq. That was picked up very strongly around the electorate.
Just on Bali, given the revelations of the past few days about defence emails, does it bother you that defence personnel appear to have been warned about the dangers of travelling to Bali and civilians weren't?
Yeah, I think that bothers everybody, and that's why we're going to have an independent inquiry which has the support of the whole body politic, which has no holds barred. We can't undo just the horror of Bali, but we must learn from it. We must minimise the chance that it can happen again, and that means it's got to be everything's got to be open, everything's got to be looked at. And we've got to make sure that we're much better prepared to stop the criminals who created that devastation from being able to work their work again.
You mentioned your position, the Greens' position on the war against Iraq. You think that was a critical factor in this election?
Yes, I'm picking that up from people all over the country, but it was manifest in Cunningham. It's a very strong factor there. People are absolutely not keen on it. And I must say, the American Embassy sending folk down to interview candidates on the last couple of days, I think heightened attention that it was an issue. Whether that was, intentional or not, it became an issue. I think it's very much there in people's mind. But I think the feedback is the Greens' policy of saying, look, let's put our effort, our defence effort and our infrastructure effort into our neighbourhood, into the region, and not into a Bush-led war on Baghdad, is how most Australians are thinking now.
Do you think Australians have been targeted because of our support for the Bush administration?
I don't think there's any evidence of that. None at all. But the CIA has told President Bush, if you get involved, if you're taking a war to Iraq, then you can expect terrorism as part of the response.
Well, Brown, congratulations on Cunningham, and thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Glenn.
And Glenn, we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
To the rest of the news now, and the Labour Party has accepted defeat in the by-election for the New South Wales federal seat of Cunningham. The Greens have won their first seat in the lower house following a 6% swing against the ALP. With more than three-quarters of the votes counted, the Greens have won over 52% of the two-party preferred vote, ahead of Labour's 47%. There was a 5% swing away from the Democrats.
It's a disaster for the ALP. Labor held the New South Wales South Coast seat of Cunningham for more than 50 years. But last night, the Greens won their first seat in the House of Representatives.
I accept the fact that this has been a defeat, and that's not nice. I don't like that. I don't like losing. But I'm going to learn from it. But the party must learn too.
Labor's primary vote dropped from 44 to 38%. The Greens candidate, Michael Organ, surged ahead on preferences.
Where we were caught was that we couldn't get preferences from anyone because there was no Liberal in the field.
But it's a severe blow to Mr Crean, who's staked his leadership on reforming the Labor Party.
And the reason why I believe that I'm the best equipped to continue to lead is that I will use the lessons from Cunningham.
The Greens picked up a swing of almost 17%. Leader Senator Bob Brown says there was a strong anti-Iraq war message in the vote.
The Greens' policy of saying, look, let's put our effort, our defence effort and our infrastructure effort into our neighbourhood, into the region, and not into a Bush-led war on Baghdad.